So, everyone appears to be hating on this new Acolyte TV show. Like, seriously hating on this thing. We see it all over the internet. And you know what? I don't know why. I watched the first two episodes because that's all that's available. So you don't have to. They got a low ratings too. Look, 5.9 to 6.1 on IMDb. And the show overall, let's take a look here. So what does it have on Rotten Tomatoes? Let's find out. The Acolyte. Really? It's not coming up. I don't know why. The Acolyte. Well, from what I've seen, it has a very low audience score. Here it is. Very low audience score on Rotten Tomatoes here. Yeah, 29%. And a 91 is the average of the critics. But it's not that bad, really. I don't think it was that bad. And, you know, I'm the anti-woke warrior, so I'm going to sit here and tell you if it's woke. And, well, it is definitely woke. But it's not terribly woke. It's not like, oh my God, how dare they? It's so over-the-top woke. You know, it's kind of a girl boss situation. There is some stuff in it that I'm like, okay, why are they girl bossing so hard? But that's just occasionally. There's this Padawan who's bossing around a Jedi Knight, and I'm like, that's not how it works. I don't care if she's the Padawan of your master. She's still a Padawan. She doesn't get to boss you around. She doesn't get to have the good idea. I mean, it's okay to have different characters have the best idea, but the way they present it is like, oh, look how stupid this man is. It's such an obvious idea that, you know, he should have come up with this, but the girl did it because, you know, she's a girl and she's so cool and awesome. Yeah. So that stuff pisses me off because there's just no need for it. There's no need to put men down to make women look better. There's not. But why would we ever need to do that? But that's the whole approach of feminism. We've got to get men. We got to attack the men. We got to bring men down. We got to tear the men down to make the women look good. So the main characters are, of course, two women, and it turns out they're twin sisters. The thing that I didn't like about this, there's only one real thing I don't like about this. I mean, you could argue, yeah, they are like very much identical, and if you've ever known identical twins, you can usually tell the difference between the two of them. That's the nature versus nurture situation. Nature, it does the groundwork, but then the nurture changes certain things about us humans, and we tend to look a little bit different from our identical twin. The other thing that I didn't like about the twins, this is the main thing that I don't like, that I was trying to get to, but I got sidetracked by the how identical they are. Their hairstyle is exactly the same. Exactly the same. And what are the odds of that happening in such a vast and diverse galaxy as the Star Wars galaxy? Probably pretty slim. There is a chance, obviously, that they could have the same hairstyle, but I doubt that they would. They do some things, like they did, the Obi-Wan story and Boba Fett story. So those are some George Lucas ideas. But George Lucas notoriously did not like Boba Fett. So the people who are crying about Yoda not being in the show, I mean, Disney's not going to do that. It's a good idea. I'm not saying that they're wrong. He could have been a Jedi back then, 100 years ago. He probably was a Jedi back then. I don't know his whole backstory, but I don't think that the Disney is thinking about that. They're thinking about doing their own girl boss stuff. So that's why you're getting this and not Yoda doing things. Yoda should have been the Korean actor. What's his name? I don't know. I think I'll talk about it later on in the video. Now, what else about the show doesn't make any sense or did I not like? There's a lot of goofy stuff in it. But Star Wars always has goofy stuff in it. That's what people are complaining about, the prequels being goofy or whatever. I'm like, yeah, so is the original trilogy. So what? I mean, there's goofy stuff. There's plot holes in every single one of the original trilogy movies, including The Empire Strikes Back. And if you want to fight me on that, we can fight on it. Go down in the comments and tell me how I'm so wrong about how The Empire Strikes Back is not a perfect movie, because it's not a perfect movie. Trust me, it's got some goofiness in it. And I mean, the thing that makes the least amount of sense in all of Star Wars, I think, period, is the Jabba the Hutt sequence in The Return of the Jedi. It's just such a stupid plan. It would never work. I mean, who would go along? Why would Chewbacca go along with that plan? Because he would be killed instantaneously, as far as he knows. People, the apologists, are gonna be, oh, you know, Jabba the Hutt, he has a history of throwing people into the pit of the Sarlacc. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's how you explain that. No, you don't know that he's going to change his mind, or be so angry at Chewbacca that he's just going to kill him up right there with his own hands. You don't know that. You cannot guarantee that a person is not going to have a change of heart all of a sudden about something. So any rational person would be like, no, I am not going along with this plan where you're going to deliver me to the person who wants to kill me. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I mean, I digress. Back to the Acolyte. Yeah, there's goofy stuff. And there's some cool stuff too, though. There's some really cool stuff in it. Like this scene here where we have this Jedi Master meditating and levitating. He's been doing this apparently for 10 years. That's pretty awesome. Now, this is how I imagine like a lot of Jedi meditate. Is I imagine that any telekinetic would meditate in this manner by levitating in the lotus position. Why wouldn't you? I mean, that's just awesome. So there's some cool stuff in it too, like that. What other cool stuff is there? I can't really think of too much other than they're bringing us a live action Jedi Wookiee, which is going to be amazing, I'm sure, because the Wookiee are awesome and Jedi are awesome. So when you put the two together, I mean, you know, I'm sure Disney will find a way of screwing it up though, as they do. I can't think of too much else that's really that important. The one thing I would say, it was always my understanding during the prequels, during the original trilogy, that a Jedi could not use telekinesis on a living organism. And they do that a lot in this show. And the reason it was my understanding, I don't know where I got this idea from. Maybe it was told to me by somebody who read a bunch of the books or something, but using telekinesis is imposing your will on something, and living organisms have their own free will, so you can't impose your will on them. Telekinesis is a big part of like how they fight and how they do things with other people in this show. Which, I mean, I suppose in some cases you could be using telekinesis on their clothing to move them around or pick them up or whatever. Is it gay? Is the show gay? Is it LGBTQ like we heard in the interview here with Leslie Headland?
I want to ask you both because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And are you excited about that? Are you
Not
bracing
the gayest
yourself?
Star Wars. Not the...
It's pretty gay, let's be honest. Leslie, how do you feel?
Am I gay? Yes.
Well, no, I know you are gay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this, this is going to be a talking point.
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure so.
Because nerds are gay.
Well, some nerds are very not gay and are very threatened by gay
Well, that's
stuff.
true. But in my world, nerds are gay.
Okay. Was this the fun element of...
No, okay. I don't think so. And yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I frankly...
You're offended?
Into it. No.
I think that Star Wars is so gay already.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the fits? We'd be like, look how gay this is, and then send each other a reference photo.
And are you telling me, with a straight face, that C-3PO is straight?
They're a couple. That's what I think. But this is more outward.
I think it's canon that R2-D2 is a lesbian.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ask Filoni. Okay.
Ask for
Can you imagine?
Talk to Filoni.
So far, I have not seen any homosexuality. So far, I've not seen any heterosexuality. It is just a show about characters, some of whom are female, some of whom are male. One thing I will say about Disney Star Wars is it just does not feel like Star Wars. It just doesn't. Disney Star Wars is too gritty, too dirty, too dark. Star Wars was always kind of like a high fantasy space adventure. The darkness, the grittiness was not... It just wasn't... It was there, but it just wasn't there at the same time. It's like almost like fantasy. Like a fantasy of grittiness, which is weird because the grittiness is the reality, right? So, but this has it. It's like you feel like you're... It feels too much like I'm on Earth, which is one of the big things I said about the Farce Awakens. Feels like I'm on Earth. And I want to feel like I'm in an alien or on an alien planet. I'm around aliens and seeing alien technology. I want that to be the whole experience. I want to be lost in Star Wars. We have... Just wanted to bring this up if I can. I don't know if I can. Where's my... Did it come up? No. It's just getting... I just wanted to bring this up because what we see here is Carrie-Anne Moss is pretty big on the screen, or on the poster here. Spoiler if you haven't seen it. She dies early on in the first episode, so I don't know why she's so big on the screen here. And they have the main characters in the background. They're kind of mysteriously back there. And What you see in the foreground is this Master Soul, the guy from Squid Game. See down here? I don't see the full cast and crew. Oh, this is Rotten Tomatoes, that's why. On the Acolyte over here. What's this guy's name? Lee Jung-jae. He was in Squid Game. He's only in 2 episodes. Look at that. See, these people are only in two episodes. This person is in 6 episodes. I don't think I've seen this person. Daphne, I think she plays a Padawan. That's why I don't recognize her, because the makeup. She plays an alien. People are review bombing it. Okay, fine. I don't care, because it's Disney garbage. I mean, anything you can do to hurt Disney. I'm not going to participate in this, but just leave me out of it. If you want to destroy Disney, go right ahead. They've destroyed enough of my childhood that I will allow it. But I don't see really that much wrong with the show. I'm actually compelled to watch more, and I can't say that about any other Disney Star Wars product that I have partaken of at all. So I don't know what's going on with this. I mean, people don't like it. I think it's fine. I mean, it's not the most amazing things I've ever seen. They could take out the girl bossing. But otherwise, I don't really see any wokeness happening in the show. There's a little bit of girl bossing here and there. But you got to expect something, because these are strong, independent women's who don't need no mans. You know how it is. You're an American probably watching this, so you deal with it every day if you deal with women at all in this country, which is just disgusting, but that's how it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.